this video, I'm going to show you how to get started on using the tools that you need to manage your body weight. Body weight scale, food scale, and your food tracking app. I'll start with the food tracking app. Here are some of the reasons why I personally track my food intake. I didn't start tracking my food intake to get lean. I got lean without tracking my food by just intuitively eating less and moving more. The reason I started tracking my food is after I got injured, I wanted to build muscle back, and my issue was intuitively I always underate. So the reason I started tracking food was to get measurable results in muscle gain and growth. Some people are good at doing that intuitively. They know when to eat a little bit more, when to eat a little bit less to either gain weight or lose weight. But this takes the guesswork out of it. Your intuition can be followed for the most part and give you good results, but there's only so far it can go. And if you want predictable, measurable results, tracking food is going to keep your intuition in check and make sure that the numbers are there to support your results. So what you need to get started to get a food tracking app is a smartphone. The app is free. You're going to go to App Store if you have an iPhone, or if you have another phone, you're going to go to whatever store allows you to get apps. You click the icon, and then you're going to search for MyFitnessPal. It's a free app. MyFitnessPal. You're going to download it, let it download, and then one of the first things that you're going to do on the app is create a profile. It's going to ask you for your height, your weight, your age, so your birth date, and what your goals are. In the goals section, it's going to ask you what your current weight is and what you want your goal weight to be. Then it asks what your weekly goal is. You want to gain half a pound a week, a pound a week, 2 pounds a week. Same thing for weight loss. Do you want to lose half a pound a week, a pound, 2 pounds per week? Typically, I recommend a gradual increase or decrease in weight. So I'll do half a pound, either weight loss or weight gain per week. And then it asks for your activity level. And this is where I think people make mistakes. For myself, I choose lightly active for my activity level. Even though my job involves moving around and interacting with people, I work out almost every day, I still consider myself only lightly active. Especially if your goal is weight loss, it's better to choose something more modest than overshoot and then think that you're having to eat more calories than you need. Another reason why I track my food intake is so that I can have a flexible diet. I don't follow a strict meal plan. Sometimes I'll go out to eat, sometimes I'll have dessert. And tracking my food allows me to be flexible and know where I stand in terms of calories so that I can actually get to my goal and still eat a flexible diet with a lot of variety. If you follow my Instagram stories, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Most of the time I eat fairly clean, but when I go out to eat, I still account for my calories. I still make estimates on how much food intake I had, and I keep myself in check so I don't overshoot, overeat, and miss my goals. Another tip I like to show my clients when they're setting up their food tracking app is go into the diary settings and go to customize meal names. At the beginning, they'll give you 4 main things, entry points for meals. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. I don't like that. Many times I'll wake up very early in the morning, I'll have something to eat, maybe do a workout, see a couple clients, and then I'll come back still in the morning for a break and have another thing to eat. Now, which one was breakfast? The first thing I ate? The second thing I ate still is 9 a.m. in the morning, for example, so you can call that breakfast. That's why I don't like to stick to these specific names like breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. What I do is I go in and I change the meal names just to meal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That gives me more options and I can play around and just shift certain foods into different meals throughout the day based on the time frame. So for now, that's about all I have to say about MyFitnessPal. The most important thing for you to do is to track accurately, track consistently, daily, to make sure you know where you're at. Week by week, you're going to see the patterns, you're going to see where your maintenance lies based on how your weight changes, how your body composition changes. So just keep tracking and stay consistent. A couple of things when you're measuring your body weight. Measure your body weight at a consistent time every single day. So either first thing in the morning or right before you go to bed. Your body will change in weight depending on the time of day. Usually at the end of the day, you'll weigh a little bit more than what you would have weighed early in the morning. Over the course of the day, your body can accumulate water, hold on to it, and overnight you tend to lose that water. You'll go to the washroom a few times at night and you'll be lighter in the morning. So measure yourself consistently, same time of day, every single day. And what I like to use to measure my body weight and track it is I go into my calendar on the phone and I'll just write in whatever weight I was for every morning, and then I can look at all my weights when I switch over to the week view and I see all the weights and how they changed over time. So it'll fluctuate 1 to 2 pounds over the course of the week, but over the course of a couple weeks, you'll see the average and you'll see whether you increased on average or decreased in weight on average. Then you can go back to your calorie amount on your food tracking app and see how that relates to your weight. For example, if you thought that your maintenance range was 2,000 to 2,100 calories on average every single day, and you were hitting below that, maybe 1,800 calories on average over the course of a couple weeks, and you still maintained weight, maybe your actual maintenance is closer to 1,800 calories. So you have to adjust that and then track accordingly. For example, let's say you set up MyFitnessPal for ½ pound body weight loss per week. 2 weeks went by and your weight stayed the same. A couple things might be going on. One, you might have chosen the wrong activity level that made your calorie range a little bit higher than what it needs to be. So maybe instead of being active, you should have chosen lightly active or sedentary. Another reason could be that you're not really tracking accurately and you're overshooting what your deficit should be and you're actually staying at maintenance. So what you need to do to fix it is adjust your settings in MyFitnessPal, the activity level, and track more accurately. Another thing you can do is disregard the goal calories you have set in MyFitnessPal and just aim to be a little bit lower. Whatever solution you choose, at least now you have an idea of where you sit in terms of how much you're eating and how it's affecting your weight over time. Now I'm going to get to the third tool, the food scale, how to use it and how to set it up. I like to set my food scale up in grams. It's a personal choice. You can set it up in ounces if you'd like. The importance is to find the corresponding value and entries in MyFitnessPal, whether you're using grams or ounces, and just be accurate over time in how you track. So track consistently, track accurately, see where you end up over the course of several weeks with your body composition, with your weight, and adjust accordingly. Remember, this whole process of learning how to track your food, how to track your weight, and how it changes your body composition is a process of being your own scientist to figure out what works best for you and to get results that are measurable and predictable for yourself. It's taking the guesswork out of getting the results that you want.